What's up? We got a live trade recap for today. The news we have for today, market just opened, by the way. We have crude oil inventories at 9:30, and that's really it. Yeah, market just opened. We'll go into this. An S&T write-off market open potentially. We've been getting those more and more. Don't know if I want that even. 4 hours been consolidating really for the last how long? Just been consolidating. We're playing into a 4 hour gap, and then we also have a daily gap resting right here. I'm assuming we're going bullish today, but I could potentially be wrong. If we're sleeping sell side, I'm looking for longs here. And then also, where could the targets, the draws be for today? Highs right here, but I would like to see us go higher and go for London session highs. Yeah, and then 4 hour highs up here would be the real draw, ideally. Change my chart colors a little if you can't tell. Not that it has anything to do with trading, but I just like it more compared to what my fair value gaps were. And I think it looks a lot cleaner. A lot cleaner than what it was. The other was working for me. It was working. Like the other chart colors, the blue and black candles, and then like the red and green for value gaps. But I feel like now it kind of caused analysis paralysis. Oh, potentially beginning a 5 minute. Maybe not. Could just get a sweep on both of the pairs. Might prefer the sweep. We're playing into the 4 hour. We're showing rejection on anything. We just got the sweep. Nothing on the 15 minute for us to reject off of as of right now. 30 minute. Nothing on the 30 minute, the 5 minute. Let's look on NASDAQ. On the 15 minute. We do have a 15 minute imbalance. I don't think we're going to want to push off of. People probably top ticking right now. Bottom ticking, I mean. Bullish for value gap, we'll put in 15 right here. 15 minute fair value gap, bullish. That closes soon. Both pairs have swept. I'd like to see us push a little bit lower. I don't know if we want to go down for the lows lower, but I would like to see this fair value gap get respected. It's really a 30 minute, but the 15 minute, 30 minute was already tapped. This 15 minute has not been tapped yet, and now it's just getting tapped. We swept on both of these pairs. That's beautiful. Go to the 5 minute. Have a big 5 minute gap here. We might I'm expecting some rejection off of this 15-minute to push a lot of this, kind of get rid of this gap. I'm gonna have a London draw too. Just put a London draw up here and make that a dotted line, dashed. I'll do dash line for the London session draw. I need. Not looking for a trade. I'm just waiting for price to give me my setup. SMT we are not getting. That's for damn sure. 1 hour here. We have another 1 hour low right down here that NASDAQ does not have. NASDAQ's next 1 hour low is way down here. Maybe we get an SMT off of that, but I mean 4 hour it would be a low. Maybe a daily low. I don't even know. Either way. As of right now, we did sweep 4 hour lows that we had right here. And we're playing it out of a 15-minute for value gap right now on NASDAQ. So I'm liking NASDAQ more than ES currently. NASDAQ's just playing out of its 4 hours, so then you'd be looking for something off the 15 potentially, but I'm going to be looking on the 5-minute on NASDAQ. Which closes in 3 minutes, the next 5-minute candle. We're going to see what price wants to do. Oh. Candle close in 15 minutes. I mean 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Okay. No. 15-minute candle will close soon. I'd like to see it close, given some good rejection out of this 15-minute gap. We can get some good movement potentially. Not expecting to see a 5-minute inverse. I'm probably going to see a up candle, a down candle, some consolidation, accumulation, and then a break of structure out of it. And then I'm assuming off of a 5-minute break, we could push higher and then retrace into either a fair value gap or order block. Maybe equilibrium. In the 1 hour time frame, do we have anything for equilibrium as of right now? No. 30-minute. No, we can go to the 5-minute. What about on the daily? I don't think equilibrium on the daily would be around here, I'm assuming. I don't think we would want to come down all the way into there. We do have another 4 hour gap. I can get rid of this one. This one got inversed. But we're going to see. Some good push on ES. I'm assuming the 15 minutes rejecting pretty hard. Oh yeah. As you can see, that's pretty nice. We'd like to see that. That's what I thought. And the 5-minute candle closes very soon. Five-minute candle closed. Could get an inverse for value gap now. Potentially. There's nothing for an SMT to happen right now. Expecting to either see this 5-minute gap get inversed or something of the sort like that. It'd be nice if we can get an inverse and then a pullback back down. Definitely getting a 1-minute order block. But I would want to see a 5-minute retracement. Remember, we're rejecting off of a 15-minute too. So we get a liquidity sweep 15-minute retrace, some push out of it. We're getting potentially, it'd be nice to get a 5-minute inverse. And then a retrace into either 5-minute or 1-minute or 2-minute fair value gap order block. Maybe even come potentially something that could push us down, come into this equilibrium and get some, which we're in now, and get some rejection out of it. But I'd like to see an inverse. We get a 5-minute close here in a minute. Some good push. We could see this get inversed, which would be pretty nice. We'll be entering the macro in 7 minutes. We could be getting a 5-minute inverse. Potentially. We got 10 seconds. I wonder if Nasdaq's going to inverse it and ES isn't, which would be intriguing. They both did not inverse. We do have a 2-minute fair value price might want to return into. It's going to mark that up too. So we're playing into a 5-minute. We're playing into a 5-minute equilibrium premium price range. Maybe wants to bring us back down into a 2-minute fair value gap, 1-minute order block, potentially. We have a very tiny fair value gap. I'd like to see inverse on the 2 minute. We haven't got a 5 minute inverse or break yet, though. We haven't even got a single confirmation confluence. So I would have liked to see one of these, this fair value gap get inversed. Looks like ES might be retracing into already. It's 2 minute already got retraced into, so it'd probably just be the order block. Which I would not take this just because it's not following my plan. I need to see a 5 minute confirmation followed by a 5 minute continuation confluence. At 2 minute, I'm assuming just got inversed. No? Damn near. Well, it should be here now. We'll see. ES is pushing lower. NASDAQ is kind of held up right now. We're playing inside of this 5 minute. We could also get equilibrium. Retracing the order block. 2 minute fair value gap. Could get a 1 minute break. Don't know if that would lead to a fake out or not. Oh. Interesting. Give an inverse first. Let's give an inverse on one of these pairs. On the 50-minute candle close. You can see where the wick of this 15-minute went all the way down into this fair value gap, closed all the way up here, showing strong bullish rejection. I'm assuming someone had it top ticked, bottom ticked. No inverse, but that 5 minute did close inside the fair value. Interesting. We're entering the macro. We are now in the macro. Let's see where price wants to go from that. We get an SMT. Get rid of this 2-minute equilibrium. This candle closes and makes a new high. Higher, it made a lower low, lower high, or a higher low. I don't know if I would confirm that as an SMT. Maybe. I don't like that we could sweep this and reject off of it though for that setup. Actually, as of right now, depending on this 5-minute close, we could actually be getting a bearish SMT, which would be very interesting. Maybe it would give us a bearish SMT to then go retrace lower. Well, now this is the thing too. I'm going to get rid of this 2-minute because I don't give a damn about that 2-minute. What I'm focusing on is potentially, we still have that oh, we could get a 5-minute order block then too. But now, if we get that inverse, we have a liquidity sweep, 5-minute inverse, and we have potentially a 5-minute retracement to retrace into on this Bollinger value gap. Maybe it wants to sweep first. This would be an SMT, depending on this close. Because if you want to look at this, with what we're seeing potentially, higher high, higher low, higher, yeah. It's looking like we're going to get that inverse. Maybe it's just going to get the inverse to retrace down. I might skip out on the SMT if we get a break. Maybe it's just a good move, actually, potentially. And maybe we're targeting, like I said, in that 5-minute, or maybe we're targeting down to here. So where could we be targeting? Maybe down into this order block. But we could be doing that to then target into this order block, right? And then reject off of it. For value gap order block, we now have a 5-minute order block. Reject off of it potentially. We did just get a 5-minute inverse. We go over here. We did not get a 5-minute inverse. This would be very intriguing to see how this wants to play out. You get a 5-minute break. If you get a 1-minute break right here, I mean, that would be entry criteria. But like I said, it's like, what are we targeting into? We did not get the break. Stops at 25,290. 25,290.75. I don't like the risk reward bit depending now, because like I said, could reject off of this 5-minute and even tapping into the order block too. So I'm going to skip out on the SMT and wait for potentially actually. I think that's going to push us lower once we get the break of structure. I think that will potentially push us lower. ES still hasn't got its 5-minute inverse or a 5-minute break. I think Nasdaq's going to push us lower into that 5 minute fair value gap order block. Um, and then potentially we could get rejection out of this to get a break of structure. If we retrace into the 5 minute fair value gap, 5 minute order block, and then get break of structure out of that, especially now too, if we want to mark up once this candle closes, we would also have equilibrium resting in between there. We get a break of structure out of that, I mean, I'd be going long. So I think short term, holy shit, this chair is broken. Short term bearish, long term bullish is what I'm assuming. But, you know, we go to wait, we're not just going to react. I need to see a retrace, I need to see a fill on that 5 minute and the order block. But then we could also just get a retrace on the 5 minute fair value gap and 5 minute equilibrium, 1 minute break of structure out of that. And that would follow my trading plan. I would just need to make sure my risk reward is good and make sure I execute with my stop loss and smart take profits. Probably not target this high up here. I feel like we would want to go higher. And I probably put my first take profit, depending on the risk reward, into this high, London session high. Or just really go for this 1 hour high up here and then potentially target higher. Leave runners. But I would like to, like I said, ES on the 5 minute, since we've opened on the market, has been very consolidated. Remember too, we were rejecting off of that 15 minute fair value gap. I mean, showing very good bullish rejection off of that after sweeping sell side liquidity too. We're looking for a reversal. And I feel like this SMT that we just got and a 1 minute break of structure, which we did get, I feel like that's going to push us lower. I might mark that up, but I'm not taking that. I want to just be patient. I am actually going to mark that up. Just on my other account. Short position. I don't like the risk reward, but yeah. Just your toy. Next 15 minute candle closes in 15 seconds. We're rejecting off of a 15 minute imbalance as well. That's something to note. That I'd like to see if we reject off of this 15 minute imbalance on tied in with that SMT. Right? We could potentially, like I said, I might be wrong. Maybe it floods the face and that trade actually floods way deeper down lower and we go to in versus 4 hour or in versus 15, right? Maybe that's the case. Maybe I missed out on that today. I'm open to both ideas, but I just think short-term bearish, long-term bullish. And I don't like the risk reward potentially with this trade because I know we could get some beautiful rejection off of this, and I prefer my 5 confluence trades rather than like a 5 minute SMT 1 minute break. Although the 5 minute SMT 1 minute breaks lead to pretty drastic moves. 5 minute close to 15 minute candle close, respecting that 15 minute fair value gap. And I'll mark that up real quick. 15 minute fair value gap is actually right here, bearish fair value gap. And as you can see, completely respected it off of that SMT as well. I'm expecting us to start flooding the face lower. We're going to find out. The 5 minute on the S&P is just completely held up. Then this too, ES is just completely held up where NASDAQ looks a lot cleaner. Oh. Oh. We could get another S&T. Just hilarious. Maybe we got a 15 minute S&T. Let's look on the 15 minute time frame on both of these pairs. High up here, it's right there. The high up here has been, we could begin the 15 minute S&T 5 minute break. like I said, that's a big move, but I would like to see that move push us lower into here and then get some reaction off of it since we've swept sell side. I'm just trying to think long term for the day, but maybe I am also wrong because, like I said too, we also have a daily fair value gap, um, which is right here that we might want to go and fill. So it's very tricky. I'm just going to be very patient and selective with what I'm taking in the market today. Because we still haven't got an inverse on this 5 minute, right? Nasdaq just looks a lot cleaner. I could be completely wrong, and like I said, we could flood the face lower to go for the daily lows, or we could be, like I said, we have a lot of buy side resting, just like it with this high, this high, this high, this high, and then this one after. And sell side, we just have gap, gap. So we're going to really see what price wants to go and target for the day. But I say your setup has already formed. If you want, I'm assuming people have taken that setup with that 5-minute S&T right here, and then 1-minute breaker structure, which you would have gone in right there, and you'd be in this trade right now. And I'll just mark that up again for people to see. For your stops right there, and you could target all the way down to these lows, which is a pretty solid risk reward. But like I said, what if it just wants to come into this fair value gap and reject off of it, you know? And my rule is 1 trade a day, so it's just, we're coming lower though. We are coming now, I believe, into pause. We're coming into equilibrium, premium price range soon at this 0.5 mark. If we come deeper too, we could maybe get this 79% extension closure and get a breaker structure off of that. I'd be fairly confident in just my trading plan. I trust my plan, so I would trust that. We'll see how this 5-minute wants to close. The 15 doesn't close for another 10 minutes. I believe we did get the 15-minute S&T. Our 5-minute break wouldn't be until when we're in the uptrend. We're looking at the lows. Down candle. Our 5-minute break wouldn't be till here. I'm not afraid of being wrong. I don't really care about the outcome. It's just taking my plan and executing on it because it's probability, you know. At the end of the day, we could begin the S&T, and we got the S&T, we could get a break, and it could just flood the face to want to go lower for the day, right? Potentially just push and flood way lower, which is a possibility. That's probable and plausible. In the same way as we could just be getting that S&T to push us lower in here to then go higher. You know, it's 50-50 at the end of the day. It's just trusting your trading plan and executing on of it. And I just have a feeling that if I wait for a retracement and we do get a breaker structure out of it, I can get a better risk reward off of that. And maybe it fakes me out and then it makes the move. That's okay. We live with that and we move on for the day. But you could just tell with the 5-minute on NASDAQ just looks actually pretty clean, where ES is just really held up in a range. And even on ES too, we could just be going to want to sweep out this sell side to then go make the move for the day, maybe, or come into this 4-hour or the daily fair value gap that's resting in between this area and then go make the move, which is also plausible. But man, are we being held up right now? Did we just get a 5-minute fucking SMT? This is my one thing when I trade alone is the one thing I really struggle with is fucking SMTs and noticing them. I swear, bro. I really would not like to see that, and I really would just like to see us push lower and get a push higher. That would have my required risk reward. Second take profit right there, third take profit right there. If I could leave more, I could go for this take profit. I swear if that's the fucking move, I'm a tweak. I will laugh my ass off. Like I said, the 15-minute fair value gap that was there has already been respected. This 5-minute on ES just looks disgusting now. I have to be really patient. Hey, push lower. The 5-minute that got him put in place. Still valid. Oh my gosh. I really would like to see this, if this is a bullish SMT, I really would like to see it get invalidated, and I'd like to see it push lower. I'm going to mark up equilibrium again just to get an idea of it. Yeah, I think price just really would like to come in to this 5-minute in the order block in equilibrium. If we get a break of structure out of that, I'm executed. The first short I would have marked up too on NASDAQ. That's still valid. That was also still valid. And if that's the move for the day, I'll mark it out and I'll just take it if I could go on, move on with it. Maybe that was the move. Damn, I'm cold. Yeah, fuck that SMT. Invalidate that shit. But yeah, like I said, if you ended up, oh, and then we're getting a retracement into that. But if you would have taken that, like I said, that break of structure and put your stops at the high, you could be targeting right now. It would be running for almost a 1-to-1. Like I said, we are now pushing into the 5-minute fair value gap, which closes in 2 minutes. The candle closes in 2 minutes. Potentially a 5-minute order block, but we're getting 1 minute. We're in 5-minute equilibrium as well. I'm looking for an inverse off of that. I already know we're in equilibrium, so I'm going to just get rid of that. I'd like to see an inverse or break a structure. Break a structure right now wouldn't be until up here, so I would not like that ideally. I'd like to see an inverse retrace break a structure. long position. You just get that marked up soon over here. That bullish S&T got invalidated. Beautiful. When we're in a downtrend, we're looking at up candle, down candles. Holy push. Remember 9:30, Yellow Folder News comes out, which is crude oil inventories. We have a 1 minute fair value gap right here as well, and then we're coming into that fair value gap now. I mean that order block as well. So the 5 minute, even if it inverses, the order block is still valid there. I like to even push lower to get in to go higher. I don't mind that at all. And then give some accumulation and then break structure, and we can go distribute higher. Freaking cold. I don't know if I want to count this candle as a high because it's a freaking doji. I don't even see like the wick. I don't even see the color of the body on it. So yeah, I'm still looking. Thank you. Be nice if we could see this 1 minute right here get respected. The 1 minute fair value gap that we have right between here from this wick to this wick, or this wick to this wick. Get that respected. Get some rejection off of it, and then we can get an inverse or break a structure. Then we can target highs. Like I said, that short position, just to mark that up again. It'd be running for almost a 1 to 2, I believe, right now. For your stops at the high, you could target almost a 1 to 2. Not really yet, but it's flooding right now. It is flooding. That might have been the move. That might have been the move. We'll see. I'd like to see us get some rejection now off of this. Beautiful rejection put off of what? The order block, potentially. 2 minute fair value gap. Is there a 2 minute? We are in a 2 minute as well, which closes in 30 seconds. If this candle can close and respect that, we can get a 1 minute break of structure potentially, or an inverse. I mean, like I said, I'm very bullish. We have a low right here right now. Getting an SMT. Let's look on the 5 minute here. Let's look on NASDAQ on the 5 minute. That was made at 8:35. That was made at 8:35. Oh shit! Could be getting an SMT as well off of this. I seriously think we could get. I would like to see a down candle here, then a break of structure. Put my stops. We'll just put buy order in. Put my stops at 25,191, 25,191.00. Risk $500. Could see an inverse in the next 30 seconds. That would be really nice to see. We're in an uptrend. We're in a downtrend. So we're looking at up candle, down candle. We have no last up candle, down candle we had was right up here. So we want to see maybe an inverse, retrace, break a structure. And we potentially have a 5 minute SMT coming in. So that'd be very interesting. We can go the 1 minute on here. We didn't inverse it. Whereas ES might be giving that break of structure now. And it did. I really like NASDAQ setup more though. Although ES did give that break of structure. I like to see NASDAQ inverse this fair value gap and we can get a retrace and a break of structure, like I said. 1 minute closes in 1 second. We got the inverse. See a retrace in the break of structure. Or not. I might just have to take this on ES. Look at the 1 hour on ES. Because we have a new 1 hour high too that it could reject off of right up here. As that could break structure. No break. Come on, bro. Maybe we want to come lower. ES would be given the better. ES would be given the better move right now. Like I said, I'll mark up that short position again if you got in on that. No way that ran for 1 to 3. That's fucking hilarious, dude. That probably would have been a setup for me to take, but that's in hindsight. Checking off of the order block. Just need a 1 minute breaker structure out of it. Stops are quite low in the setup, but I do think it could run. And maybe if we get a break up here, like we could have a new low. That could always be a potential move. But we are pushing deeper. Like I said, that S&T 5-minute bearish S&T is still very valid. That might have been the move. And that might have just been the move. Like actually, because it's like I said, short-term bearish potentially. Which I'm not mad if I missed out on that. Like I said, I thought maybe we could come into this 5-minute, which we did inverse, but then to retrace into this, and we're coming deep in equilibrium. We're still in equilibrium too. That S&T might just get invalidated real quick right here. Maybe not. It did. Order block still is in play though, so I would like to see that order block. If anything, I would love to see that order block actually give some good rejection off of this. And if not, maybe I'm wrong. But we can look at the 15-minute and how that closed as well. The 15-minute rejected off of this 15-minute gap. Be very, very, very bearish. But I thought it'd be maybe short term. Like I said, we couldn't just come down deeper to fill into this and then give the breaker structure out. Or we could be coming down, like I said, for not only like lows, but these lows right that we have over here. New 30-minute candle closing here soon. 30-minute candle respecting a 30-minute imbalance too, giving some rejection off of that. Beautiful. Yeah, that might have been the setup, but like I said, we could get a break or we could push lower. Not marrying my bias, because at the end of the day I know that it's any of these two things can happen. We could get some rejection off of this. We could just put flood to face lower, and then I missed out, and I would not be mad at that. I'd like to see an inverse retrace breaker structure, and then that would be a fucking phenomenal setup. Beautiful. We could get a breaker structure here. Oh, that'd be so nice. To like to not see push lower 25. Oh shit. Oh shit. Let's keep the 5-minute opened up in here. I said we could just be wanting to draw right here. Potentially, that maybe we get some push off of that. The 5-minute on NASDAQ, 5-minute order block is still valid. If it goes past this point, it invalidates it, but we are still playing then into a 15-minute fair value gap that we have already tapped into and respected. So we're going to find out here. So I'd like to see a breaker structure and it not invalidate it. Oh, and we've invalidated the order block now. So we can get rid of that. Or we're looking really off of this 15-minute fair value gap, which closes in 2 minutes. The 30-minute, which has already been tapped into, but we're going to find out in 2 minutes if that wants to inverse it as well. Busy. And we just got a sweep too. So we just, like I said, that was potentially the move. And I was saying that. Holy shit. I'm trying to fucking focus. Like I said with that SMT, take a break. Could have been targeting down for this low, and now we're really just looking over here. Which sucks because I did just miss out on that. And that's playing out for almost a 4RR. Oh, that would have been so nice. But, like I said, we could, I could have just been wrong on that too. Like I said, I thought maybe we could get some rejection, want to go higher. We also had, like I said, that daily fair value gap. It was one of the two. Maybe we had a bunch of highs up here, or we wanted to fill in this daily fair value gap that we are now pushing into. And then want to go higher. 15-minute candle will close pretty soon. It's looking like it might want to inverse it. That might have been the draw on the day. The 4 hour doesn't close for another 3 hours. The 1 hour doesn't close for a bit. This 30 minutes about to close as well. It's looking like we're going to get the inverse, and that would have been the draw. And we potentially are targeting all the way down here. So if you took that setup, oh, are you printing? Imagine if you took that break of structure and that setup. Short position, break of structure, high right there. I mean, if it does want to come all the way down to here, that's a 6RR, and that would be absolutely beautiful. 15-minute closes, 20 seconds. It's looking like we're getting that inverse. We can probably get rid of that 15-minute. Well, I got nothing. Once you get it, you give the world to you. And we did get that 15-minute inverse there and the 30-minute inverse, so that really changes the game on this one. Looking for lawns, I don't think that's really the move. We could be rejecting. Now that we have swept on NAT ES, we could be pushing for those lows up there, but we also could be having this 30-minute fair value gap right here. 30. Maybe there's a 15-minute inside of it. There is. I like to look at the 15-minute because then I can go off the 5-minute. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Which is 15 minutes already been filled. Oh yeah, you see it flooding now. We're pushing into that daily. We're pushing into the 4 hour. Potentially wanted to just go for this draw down here. I might not get a setup now until all the way at 25.037, which is potentially what could happen. And stop at nothing. You want me to give the world to you. Can we meet again if you give me a chance? I know we're not going to see nothing off this 30-minute until the next 27 minutes. So we're probably going off of the 15-minute. I'm assuming ES, we're wanting to retrace into this 4 hour. Do we have a 4 hour on NASDAQ? No. 4 hour NASDAQ isn't all the way down to here. Maybe that's, I will mark that out just in case if there is something in that. We are playing, like I said, into that 4 hour. So, yeah, I missed out on that potentially. The thing is with that, though, is I don't really know where price wanted to go. And you don't need to know where price is going to go in order to make money. You just execute on your setups. I didn't like the risk reward potential it could have had because, like I said, I thought maybe short-term bearish. But I also understood that, hey, we could just be wanting to come into this daily fair value gap today before we push higher. Or maybe we just say, fuck the fair value gap, and we target these sweeps, and then we can get a push lower and come into it. So it's really 50-50. Obviously, it's 50-50. A market either moves up or down. But yeah, that SMT, man. If you took that SMT and you were printing, and I'm even though I didn't take it, I'm glad I could notice what the move was and where it was actually wanting to push us. Because like I said, if you took that break, this would be running right now for 5 RR. $15-minute, we just barely tapped into that 4 hour. 15-minute is getting respected. If you could get a 5-minute inverse off of that, retrace into fair value or something, maybe a break. We can look on ES too. Instead of just looking on the 4 hour, we can look at ES's on how it's reacting to a 15-minute. Does ES have a 15-minute in between here? No, not until we come into that 4 hour. So maybe we could potentially want to be coming lower. And the 30-minute, it hasn't even tapped. I mean, it just barely tapped into the 30-minute, which I will also mark up. 30. What are we looking on the 15-minute on ES? See if we can get some reaction off of that. I'm going to get rid of that long position that I have marked up my series on. Really, bro?
I can't help you with that.
Yeah, we know.
My pleasure.
Make sure that shit's off. Yeah, and we're playing into a 15-minute and a 30-minute right here. So we're going to see. We will find out. There's a new 1 hour high I'm going to mark up to just because it has been put in place. Buy side liquidity up there. We can mark up on here too on the 1 hour. Resting right there. Buy side liquidity. I'm going to get rid of this sell side sweep, this sell side sweep. I'm going to keep the last one in mind. I like to do that all the time. Just remember, hey, we've swept. Yeah, we're playing into a 15-minute and a 30-minute for value gap. Like to see some respect on that, on the 15-minute at least. It could inverse it completely. Like I said, we could just go and sweep sell side liquidity and then get maybe a reversal off of that. We're going to find out. But yeah, that trade would have been playing big today. That would have been 3 bands on the combine across both accounts. I want to go to Instagram. I'm assuming people actually took that setup, which is funny. Bonkonomics took it a short. PB Trading, did he just take it? No, he took a long. PJ Trades, I don't see anything from him. Web Schaefer, he took a long. Or a short, I really can't tell. Get played in the air. I really would like to see this 15-minute get respected. Are we rejecting off of anything else? We have another 15-minute down right below it, which could be given some respect. And ES already swept liquidity too, so do we need to do anything more off of that is, I guess, the question. Make sure I mark that up really good. Decently. Mark down 15-minute. Right there, we are getting some respection. So even if we inverse this one, this could be respecting this 15-minute, which could potentially be a play. We need to see a 5-minute inverse or something to be looking for longs. Well, like I said, we might just push lower in the sell side. So we have ES has its 30-minute and the 4 hour, which 4 hour doesn't close for 3 hours, so we really can't go off of that. The 1 hour, is there 1 hour imbalance resting between there? We can. That closes in 22 minutes. If we can get some respection on the 30-minute and the 1 hour for value gaps on ES, and then the 15-minute can also get respected, and we can get like a 5-minute push off of that, and then maybe a 5-minute retracement. We're pretty fucking bullish, but like I said, it could just be completely wrong in the draw on the day. It could be this sell side down here at 6, 7, 11. And on NASDAQ, that would be 25,037, which would be London session lows from the other day. And I don't doubt that we could go lower. It's obviously a possibility. Like I said, both were probable. Both solutions were probable. Um, the fact that we could retrace into that order block and the 5 minute fair value gap and equilibrium and get rejection out of it. And I know people will be like, but yeah, but why would we do that when we have a daily fair value gap sitting right here? I'm like, yes, that's true, but how do you know it's going to go to the daily fair value gap today, right? It's like, the best thing is just to know that, oh, I at least saw the move once it happened. Once I saw that break of structure, I was like, oh, I could take this, but it's also like, this could just be short-term bearish, long-term bullish, and it also could just be long-term bearish. Um, and that's what it's looking like on there on the day today. But we have the 15 minute that closes in 1 minute, potentially going to inverse it. Even if it does inverse it though, like I said, ES already did sweep out its liquidity on the 4 hour, which was right here. And potentially it could be respecting its 4 hour gap and the 30 minute gap, seeing how that candle closes in 20 minutes. But we're going to be, for me to get a setup, I'm going to be sitting here for another hour, I have a feeling. Ideally less, but we got 30 seconds on this 15-minute candle close. Potentially inversing. Potentially getting that inverse. Looks like we'll get it. Oh yeah, it's got an inverse. Inverse. Yep. Damn, dude, that literally was the move for today. Do you have anything else to retrace out of? No. So really looking at ES and how it handles its 30 minute. It might hold us up. And Nasdaq might just push us lower because, I mean, not only, like I said, we're playing off the 15 minute, but we also have the 30 minute that's sitting in between there that could actually be the move. So I'm going to get rid of that 15 minute. I'm going to more so focus on, in this one, I'm going to more so focus on 30 minute imbalances that we're playing with. Chart just want to lag. Because maybe that's what we're playing off of. But we need to see some pretty good rejection. We have a 15-minute imbalance that could be getting put in place as well. I thought the 15-minute just closed, or was that the 5-minute? That was a 5-minute. The 15-minute could still respect it. Oh. Very intrigued to see what Price wants to do. Was I really just looking at the That's hilarious. I swear I was looking at the 15-minute. No, I mean the 15-minute hasn't gotten inversed yet. And we have another 15-minute that's still resting there that it could respect. I was looking at the 5-minute, apparently. I'd like to see the 15-minute get respected and then that lead to the 30-minute getting respected. But the 30-minute doesn't close for 18 minutes, so I'd like to see it push higher. And that 30-minute candle can close respecting the 30-minute imbalance. And we're then somewhat respecting the 4 hour until it closes, and then we can get potentially a break or inverse and then a retrace and then a break out of that. We got 2 minutes on that close though.
You get in?
No, I didn't take that one.
No!
What the fuck?
No, Bray!
Why, bro? I'm not mad about it.
It was beautiful.
It was. I like the idea of it because I saw the 5-minute form and I saw the 1 minute break. I'm like, I do like this, and I understood that we could push lower because we have the daily fair value gap. Then it might want to go and fill, which is probable and plausible. And then we also
the daily, and then ES didn't, NQ swept, and ES didn't sweep a 4 hour low. So that's where me and Josh were like, okay, well, ES is going to at least push down there, and NQ is going to at least re-sweep the low that it made.
Mm-hmm. Holy
But,
fuck. TGR took a fat loss.
Yeah, bro, I'm up 13.7K in the past 4
All you need is
trading
one more
days.
win. All you need is one more win, right?
One more win, brother.
Dude, just de-risk. De-risk, I swear to God, and you can get a good
Bro,
payout.
I could literally risk one, like, just make $200 tomorrow and be done.
And then you could take a 5K payout, and not only take that 5K payout, you could have a buffer.
Exactly, bro.
Beautiful. I like the setup too. I marked it up. I was live recording, so I marked it up, and I'm like, I do think we could definitely push lower. I'm like, I 100% see that, but I also was open in the mind of maybe we could also retrace into the 5 minute fair value gap and 5 minute order block and reject off of it. And then once I saw that we inversed the 5 minute, we were still in equilibrium. And then once I saw the order block got it validated, I'm like, oh, well, this thing's flooding. And I was like, that would have been the setup.
Or ES also broke 15-minute structure.
Yep.
Which I also saw. And then the funny thing is, me and Josh, we both hopped in longs on ES. And I go, like, I closed out at like 200 in profit because I didn't like the way price was moving. And then Josh was like, I'm like, did you get in? And he's like, no. And then later, we both like were in NQ shorts and we didn't even know. And I go, did you get in NQ? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, did you get in? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm already out 3,800. He's like, shit, bro, I'm about to pull out. He pulled out like 700 because he was scared because we almost got another 5 minute S&T.
I marked that up too. I thought the bullshit seemed like no fucking way.
ES swept and then NQ didn't fucking sweep yet, so it was forming a 5 minute S&T. So Josh closed early, and then they fucking dumped.
And now look what we're doing. We're filling in that daily for value gap.
Because me and Josh originally our bias was to go long, to sweep all time highs.
Yeah, I didn't really have a bias. So I was like, we could probably go along, but I also said to go for those all-time highs. But I'm like, we also have the daily that we might want to retrace into to then go to all-time highs. Who the fuck's calling me? Leave me alone. I was getting a call. No, I have a feeling.
Though, so I gotta get that shit all figured out.
You got what?
I still have issues with my Top Step account. They just had to reopen and close my Express. But at the bottom, it says I'm only on a 2-day profit streak, which I'm on a 4-day profit streak. So there's no reason that it should be that. So they gotta go in and fix that. They told me it should be fixed by 5, but if it isn't,
sue them, email them. Yeah, y'all fuckers trying to screw me over. They see you. They see you're one trade away from a payout, and they're like, yeah, hell no.
I got an email from them all of a sudden out of nowhere after I messaged them about it. It goes, trading combine closed. And then it was my Express account, and then it was Trading Combine open. The whole fucking AWS thing fucked their whole system up. It's so bad.
Yeah, that was with Amazon too, wasn't it?
Well, that's what it is Amazon Web Services. So it's like, it's one of the biggest servers. So when it goes down, it's kind of like half the internet seems to go down because like Snapchat was affected, and just a bunch of random sites were affected. Apparently Roblox and Fortnite got affected somehow.
Intriguing.
Which I didn't know that Amazon had anything to do with internet. That kind of concerns me a little bit.
Yeah, either did I. It's like AWS, and then like, Cindy said her shit for school wasn't working. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like,
yeah, Canvas.
Canvas.
Got fucked. Because Emma was at the coffee shop. Then her Canvas was stopped working. I was like, yep. AWS.
We're pushing for, would that be an SMT? When was that made? 6? We could be getting a fucking high time frame SMT. Yeah, we could be getting a nutty high time frame SMT. And I don't think it wants to inverse the daily. I think it just wants to fill it. Look on, NASDAQ has...
The thing, too, is I saw that daily gap.
I saw it last night. I'm like, oh, we'll probably want to come and fill that for tomorrow. But it's how do you know? It could either do that or it could just go for all-time highs and then come for that.
Yeah, that's just running for those lows too.
That's what I'm saying. So right now we're playing into a 4-hour which doesn't close on ES. We're playing into a 4-hour that doesn't close for fucking 3 hours. We have a 1 hour that closes soon, but it could respect the 1 hour or close within it. And we have a 1 hour resting below on ES. NASDAQ I'd like to see it take out the low, the 1 hour low from 5 a.m. And that's Monday, October 20th.
I held for a 1 to 8 to make 3.8K. Do you want to know what price ran for?
I'm looking. I know. I have it marked up, bro.
Bro, it's
Is that my?
a 1 to 33 RR.
Yeah, I know. Insane. Absolutely nutty.
Brother, I pulled out so early. I mean, I'm not mad. Like either way.
Isn't there a profit limit
3.8K,
on
I'm still
Express?
fucking
Or
bang.
wait, is there a profit limit on Express? 3 bands?
No, bro.
Oh, you could just on Express thing, you
Like
can
this-
just make like 4 bands in a day,
You can make whatever you want in a day.
and there's no like profit like what's it called, consistency rule with your profit.
No, it has like a consistency tracker if you want to track your consistency. Like,
But it's not. They're not going to be like, oh, well, you made 10 bands this day and you made 2
I should
bands
be
this
up, like,
day.
19K in a week.
So they're not going to pull a thing where it's like you made 10 bands this day and 2 bands this day. It's like you're fucking your shit up. Okay.
That's only Apex. That's why Top Step. A lot of people like Top Step is because you can low key just be like a complete gambler and get payouts. Like you can literally just full port like one day and like not follow a strategy whatsoever, and they won't question it, and they'll give you a payout.
That's why, yeah, I should have known because that dude that my buddy Noah's friends with took 100 trades in a day and he was up $20,000 across 5 accounts.
100 That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, that's straight fucking. Dude, that's the thing too. And it's crazy because they actually pay people out. Apex would see that and be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, my stats are actually pretty fucking goated. It says I'm at a 52%.
Dude, this is what I'm
rate.
fucking saying. This is what I'm saying. All it takes is to just follow your. Don't give a fuck about the wins or losses. Follow your rules. You literally are 1 trade away from 5K payout. How much were you down from fundeds in the past? 5 bands? 6 bands?
More than that.
That's fine. That's fine. Because, dude, you could take the 5K payout. You just keep risk smart. You could just risk 1%. Take quality setups. You could even de-risk on the 1% because you have the 5K buffer. And then just, bro, oh my god, it's so beautiful. Oh my god. I'm actually proud of you, bro. I hope you know that. I genuinely hope you know
I
that.
haven't got the payout yet. Don't jinx me.
Dude, there's no, if you would actually have to be like, you would have to quit trading if your dumbass fucking went in tomorrow or the next week and just decided to fucking blow all that. Because if you blew all that, you had to have been risking fucking stupid amount. All you need is one $150 day. Just literally risk like 160 and hit a 1-to-1.
My highest account balance, Express account on my laptop, 13.16196.
Don't post it. Don't post nothing until you get the payout, and then post the payout.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Oh the shit! The 30-minute is about to get respected. I want to see a sweep, but
This is the closest I've ever been to a payout.
good.
But I really think I can do it. There's no reason I can't get a 10K payout. I mean, not a 10K.
So with Top
not a
Step's
10K,
rules,
5K payout.
let's say you have now this 13K and you pay yourself out 5K. Can you just go and pay yourself out another 5K, or do you need to make another 5 days of $150? How does that
I
work?
still have to make another 5 days to get turquoise.
Oh boy, dude, that's fucking nothing. That's literally. I mean, obviously you do you, but I think you take the payout, then you just de-risk, and you just have 5 days of risking $200. So then, even if you take losers, they don't fucking matter. And then you take another payout, you have 10 bands now from it, and then you just fucking. Obviously, I just throw it into fucking more accounts, get fucking 5 accounts, and then just fucking do it all over again, and then either just do it. Keep getting fucking calls. Leave me alone.
I know, bro. That's the plan is to copy trade. Because, like, think about it. If I would have been copy trading 5 accounts, bro, I'd be up
60 bands.
on 60 bands.
5 times 12.
60 fucking bands in 4 days. On fucking funded, bro. Like, I can't wait to copy trade. I genuinely.
And now
can't
imagine,
wait
bro,
because,
imagine in the future when you have 10 accounts. When
in
you
5 days is fucking insane.
bro,
But
imagine in the future when you have 10 accounts and then it's just
That's what I'm saying.
130 bands.
It's gonna be fucking nuts.
We're getting crazy fucking rejection right now. Holy shit.
Bro's like, I gotta find my entry.
We could be
Yeah.
we could be getting a 5-minute break on what's it called?
NQ.
Well, no, not a break because there's no up candle, down candle. We can be getting, I don't know.
I don't know. There's a chance we could just keep pushing lower.
That's what I'm saying. We're so close. We're so close to those 4-hour lows on NASDAQ. ES isn't, and I would rather see us sweep on NASDAQ and then give us a fucking 15-minute SMT. And then a 5.
mean, you have to think about it too. Is we're definitely gonna hold the daily. I couldn't see why we wouldn't hold the daily. We're most likely going to see a move up today.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, because I was like, either we go for the all-time highs, which is probable. Either market's going up or down, it's 50-50, or we go for the daily first and then go for highs. So it was short-term bearish, long-term bullish, but then once we got the SMT and it flooded and it invalidated the order block, I assumed, okay, long-term bearish, we're going to completely fill the daily, which we just did, completely fill it, and then actually go bullish for the rest of the day. But, I mean, I still got time. I just need to wait for a setup to form. Liquidity's already been swept, so I need to either see more liquidity get swept or a break. The 30-minute on ES is closing in 5 minutes, which it's looking like it's going to respect. The 30-minute on NASDAQ is looking like it's going to get respected as well. Completely respected. And if we can get like a 15-minute inverse or some shit, but that's higher up. I wonder if there was an SMT. Would you be able to help me? That's my one thing trading alone I have a hard time with. I was saying it to my live. I was finding, like, I saw all the SMTs today, which made me feel good. But then the one SMT, the bullish SMT, when you guys were in the short, I was like, wait, is that an SMT? I'm like, it looks funky.
So yeah, basically we saw the 5-minute SMT bearish.
Yep.
So that's what we entered off of in the 1-minute break.
And then you get the 15-minute break.
And then we had the 15-minute break on ES that gave us further confirmation that we were going to push lower. But then on ES, we came down and we re-swept that low that pushed us higher, and NQ didn't sweep it. So we were starting to form a 5-minute SMT because NQ didn't sweep the low, but ES did.
Yep.
So that's why Josh closed early, because we got pullback off of that too.
He closed early on the short?
He did. He closed out on only 700 profit and then called it a day because he made like 3,500 copy traded.
You only made like 3,500. We live in dude, it's such a blessing, bro. We could be in India right now copy trading, and our mentors are just buy.
Bro, I used to geek out so hard to those Indian firms where they just all get fucking stopped out.
They're like, buy. Everyone's buying it, and they're like, oh. They just full port news.
I mean, honestly, it's definitely a method that works for them. I don't think you could use it if you're not a firm.
I know. I saw you calling me too. So I saw you calling me, but I was like focused in, just market shit up. And I was like, I'll call him after. But I'm like, I know he took that 5-minute SMT 1-minute break. I'm like, I just know.
Yeah. I had a feeling.
The hard part for me too is like noticing like it could reject off of this shit. Oh my God, leave me alone. It could reject off of the order blocks, the fair value gaps, and equilibrium. So I didn't like to risk reward. And the hardest thing for me to know is like when you're in a trade where it could reject, but it's also like, and maybe it doesn't fit your risk to reward, but there's a draw like above it or below it that would fit your risk to reward. But like, but am I just talking myself into it now? And it's just because that risk reward at first, like where it could have rejected off of, it wasn't my criteria. But then I knew if it went lower, it would hit my criteria. And then what do you know? It fucking would have fucking definitely hit my criteria.
Well, I don't know.
I'm glad at least I noticed. Like, I saw the S&T. I knew what could happen.
The only reason a lot of the time I'm willing to take these trades is because I'm risking such a light amount to make such a large...
Oh my God, bro. Leave me alone. Hold up.
I don't know how big my stuff was. I don't really know how to tell. minis, and my risk was only like $700.
Yeah, that's nutty.
Like 10 minis, 10 mini, and only risking $700. That is a tight ass stop. That's tighter than my booty hole.
All right, chill.
I swear that's tighter than my.
All right, chill. Dude, have you told Emma yet
Told Emma what?
about like the trade?
Yeah, I told her about it. I always tell her about my trades. It helps hold me accountable.
Oh, I'm not enough. Fucking prick. Fucking asshole.
I gotta have accountability everywhere in my life, brother.
I like that. Yeah, I'm copy trading 2 combines right now.
What's that?
I'm copy trading 2 combines right now.
Oh, good shit.
They fucking yeah, they was 40% off. I'm like, fucking why not just get one for $50?
How much? It was $50 for the.
100K.
I'm gonna do a 150K.
That's what I'm saying, bro. It's like that's fucking nothing. That's a 50K for a 100K. I'll take it. Get to and then I could just.
That's like Apex.
Yeah, bro. Wait, is Apex is 100K $50?
It's cheaper. Well, without any discounts, yeah. But with discounts, it's cheaper.
Okay. I'd like to see this 5-minute get fucking inverse, but then we're playing into a 15-minute. The 30-minute got respected very well. The 30-minute looks really fucking bullish. The 30-minute on ES and NASDAQ look very bullish. And now we have a 30-minute that we could inverse. I'd like to see the 5-minute get inverse and maybe get a pullback and equilibrium and then a retracement and then a break of structure. And I'm fucking targeting those highs that got created. I don't work today either, bro, so I'm just literally going to do this, go to the gym. I haven't been in the gym in 2 weeks. Oh, yeah. Well, it's like on the days I do work, after I take the market, I just fucking spend like an hour and a half journaling. And then it's just cooking my food. The 15-minute is bullish. The 30-minute is bullish. We're rejecting out of a 1-hour gap too, which closes. That just closed. Oh yeah, this looks bullish as fuck. I just need an inverse and a retrace.
I'd wait for this 5-minute to form.
That's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for a 5-minute inverse. Because the break of structure is not fucking happening right now. 5-minute inverse and then a retrace at least into something. 5-minute retrace. And if we inverse this too, we'll also be getting equilibrium and a fair value gap to form on the 5-minute. So that'd be so fucking awesome. To just, I mean, it fits my plan. Just need to see this fucker inverse.
Walk myself out real quick.
Dude, I swear to God. You'd be a fucking dumbass. Yeah, cause
like genuinely, when I was watching the chart go past my take profit and just keep fucking like I said, I hit for a 1 to 8 and it ran for like a 1 to 30. I was getting FOMO.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, because I closed out of 9 contracts and I was gonna hold. But then I saw that 5-minute S&T forming, and I was like, fuck it, I'll close. Like, I'm up 3,800. I'm hovering 600 in contracts. Why don't I just close?
Exactly.
But at the same time, I was like, it's only $600. But then I'm like, it's $600, you know?
It's 9. It's literally 10 a.m. Oh, it's only 600. Shut your bitch ass up, Sabao.
That shit's hard, bro. Like once you start banking like 3K days and you're leveraging like 10 contracts at a time, it's like fuck, bro. It's hard to actually understand the value of money at this point. Like,
I know, because then you go to work. You go to work.
It's so hard for me to like not look at money. Like $100 is like nothing to me. That's like $10 to me.
I know, because then you go to work and you're like, fuck, what am I even working for?
Yeah, but then it's like, well, I'm at work and I work a whole day and that's $100. You know? Okay, it's a little more than it's more than 100, but it's pretty close to that. Because I make around working 9-hour shifts. I make like $800 weekly, which is low key booty cheeks. But last paycheck I made a band because I worked 6 hours on Saturday. But overtime, time and a half, though, that shit's nice.
It's not. Are we not about to get a fucking 5-minute inverse?
Like almost like $1,200 paychecks for a bit when I was working.
We really are about to not get a 5-minute inverse. Huh. Oh, no, ES is going to give it. Fucking NASDAQ don't want to.
I have ES pulled up. ES looks like it's going to give it.
Give it to me. Pop it open.
NQ's pushing.
You got 6 seconds for NQ to push, bro. What the fuck? They're both not. Is that an inverse on ES or no? No.
I don't think so. But you could see the 5-minute retrace now.
Exactly. And well, we haven't made a high yet, but.
Yeah, you're about to say equilibrium.
Yeah, talking myself into. We got it. You don't need a high. You don't need a high for equilibrium. Dude, I've had these same pouches for 2 months almost.
2 months?
I just don't fuck with them like that. They're too strong.
Dude, yeah, I reduced it 8 for a bit, but I just went down to 3s. The 8s are crazy, bro. I'm like the 3s feel like nothing now.
Oh yeah.
So I'm back down to 3s because I'm like I wanna not consume as much nicotine as I've been consuming.
What does Josh use? Just 6? He likes his coffee. He likes the coffee 6. Give me a fucking retrace, bro.
Bro, my apartment is 63 degrees right now.
Dude, my buddy's house, his mom has it at 84. Fucking stupid. My shit's cold.
I called my landlord to ask her about the heat, and she goes, "Yeah, you could probably we'll look up a YouTube tutorial."
What the fuck?
Like what? And she's like, "Oh, I could send somebody, but I don't really want her to send somebody because we have a cat, and she doesn't know about the cat."
Oh, really? You're not supposed to have pets there?
No, we can have a cat. We just don't. We're not paying for like the pet thing.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to call him and say, yeah, Zach Ackerman and Emma. I don't even know.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't even know Emma's last name, bro. Wakaiwak.
Not calling.
Wikawak.
No. That's funny.
How much do you pay for parking now by you for your apartment?
I don't know. It was like $100 for the whole year.
Fuck, dude. I'm gonna have to do street parking, and then I have to move my car every 2 days, but it's only $40. Otherwise, I can do parking in a lot, which is $250 a month.
Damn. Bro,
Yeah,
that's
I'm like,
expensive as shit.
I'm like, dude, that's a funded, dude. I'm like, fuck that. It's 2 funded. It's a funded and the activation fee.
Yeah, I was surprised by how cheap parking was. Maybe it was more than that. Maybe it was like $150 for like the whole year, but still, it was cheap because I'm like, bro's nutty. Bro got an inverse.
No inverse yet. Fucking retrace though.
Bro's getting the retrace.
I don't know what pair I would want to take it on. I was really telling myself, well, ES looks like an inverse, NASDAQ doesn't, so.
Lock in, Bray. Lock in.
We can get a break of structure. Maybe we want to fill deeper, though.
Definitely feel deeper.
And that 5 minute, it's going to give a high, so maybe it's going to give equilibrium then. We'll have equilibrium then as well to push deeper into. Your cat sounds like a massage gun, bro.
It's purring.
Yeah, we're feeling deeper right now. 5 minutes closing.
Yeah, it's looking good. Alright, I'm in longs. No, but I low-key could buy a my combine, but I don't feel like it. I think I'm gonna wait till next month to get my next combine.
Making lower lows into the 5 minute, that's okay. Your boy will not complain.
I'm not gonna lie, ES looks cleaner,
That's what I'm saying.
but NQ has a lot nicer liquidity grab. There's a lot more highs.
And we just keep pushing fucking deeper. What is that?
Me and my coworker lied for this like reference thing, cause like you could refer somebody and get $1,000 if they stay in the company for a certain amount of time.
Really?
So like we had my buddy Sergio, the one that pissed in the cup for me to fucking get me to pass my drug test.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, like if you do, he's the one that told me about the referral thing, and he's like, yeah, if you do the referral thing with me, I'll split it 50-50 with you. And I'm like,
Ooh.
like even if I don't get the money, I could care less if I get the money, because like honestly, he could use the money. So like I wouldn't be mad if he just got the money in general. But if he's willing to split it, even better, you know.
Right.
So anyway, I was like, it's low key a win-win. Like I'll take the odds. And he was like, all right. So when I went in, I was like, yeah, like I've known Sergio for like a while, and like I knew his son from high school. And we were like went to high school and grew up together for a bit, so like we kind of knew each other, but like obviously he's like my dad's friend, so like my friend's dad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So different. And that's what I explained to HR, and she's like, "Oh, okay." And the HR lady, like, she was like good friends with Sergio too, and like, she used to be like the HR at NASCO, a different company that they worked on. But yeah, so honestly, I might use that money on a fucking fundeds, because that should be hitting soon. Little 250.
Bro, if this 5 minute gets respected or inverse, like just respect it. Came in equilibrium. We tapped into equilibrium. Just tapped. All I need is a 1 minute break.
I'd be in right now. Bottom tick. Top tick. Let's see.
We do have a 1 minute on NASDAQ that we could inverse and then get a retrace and then a break, which would be really nice. I would take it on NASDAQ then. That's the thing too, though. We could just be getting a continuation to go lower.
5-second breakout, I'd be in.
You look geeked, bro. Your eyes. You look mad geeked.
Bro, my allergies have been so bad lately.
Because the cat?
Yeah, because the cat. I don't know if it's because I haven't been taking my meds.
Yo, did we just get a new break of structure potentially?
I'm telling you, bro, on the 5-second, if we get this 5-second break. Alright, yeah, I'm in.
This 1 minute closes and breaks structure. I'm in. I believe that's a break of structure if we close above it. Looking like we don't want to close though in the next 20 fucking seconds. Come on, bruv. So let me risk my 500. Oh my lord, bro. I gotta fucking make a new fucking... Come on, cuh. Or, you know, we can just make new lower lows. The 5 minutes already been filled. We do not need to go lower. There's a 2 minute.
Stop, bro. I just lost.
Holy fucking push. Are we going for the 2 minute fair value gap or what? Is that what I'm going to have to get my fucking break out of?
I marked it up. Oh, man.
5 minute doesn't close for 2 minutes. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. So we'll fucking see. But come on, like, what the fuck? No way we inverse this 5 minute, bro. I want to see some fucking strong bullish rejection off of this 5 minute, bro. Oh, yeah. Spoke too fucking soon. Or like, what the fuck? ES. Nasdaq's just looking. Did we just get a 5 minute SMT? Close to? Are we about it?
Where are you you seen a 5-minute S&P?
I just don't want to fucking click off my chart now to look for it, because then I gotta fucking,
No.
what? Alright, good. I mean, not really good, but that would have been dope. But, I guess, yeah. Just fucking reject off this 5-minute, bro. We don't need to go for the 2-minute. We've already tapped equilibrium. We just need to break a structure. And then I'm just going to execute. We take a loss. We take a fucking loss. I do not give a fuck. Let me execute my fucking trading plan. Oh my lord, bro. We got a minute left on this fucking 5-minute candle. Fuck, dude. Maybe just close within it. We're accumulating to then go fucking... It's like a spring. It's getting closer and closer to then bounce out. Josh told me that once. I was like, oh, that's sauce.
Alright, bro. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna make some breakfast. Emma's about to get back home too, so.
Alright, peace, bro.
Good luck. Stay locked in.
I'm locked. Peace, brother. Alright. So yeah, we're looking for the break. I mean, we can go back to the 30-minute. We'll just be looking at ES right now. The 4-hour doesn't close on the 30-minute. I mean, the 4-hour doesn't close for another 2 hours, so we're not going to go off of that. But we had a 1 hour that closed and respected. We had a 1 hour gap between here that got respected. We had a 30-minute as well that got respected. We ended up not getting a 5-minute inverse close to getting it. The 5-minute just got respected. If we get a 1-minute break of structure, which is what I've been looking for, I mean, I'm in. But we also are just pushing lower and lower and lower. We could be going for the 2-minute on NASDAQ. Let me see if there's a 2-minute on ES. There is all the way down here, but we want to go all the way back lower for that. It's just being silly. If we do want to see a long, we'd have to move our stop loss a little bit more. Oh my gosh, bro. Got a new break of structure point. So the RR is still there. We just need to reject off of this 5-minute. We're in equilibrium too. We're filling equilibrium. So as long as the 5-minute doesn't get inversed, NASDAQ's pushing for the 2-minute for value gap, which now you guys can see as well. Which it could get some rejection off of, or it could just want to completely inverse it. It closes in 2 minutes. I mean, 30 seconds actually. I don't know why I said 2. Maybe and like I said too, even if the 5-minute gets inversed, right? It did get inversed on NASDAQ. That's the issue. We are still in equilibrium coming into this 2-minute. If we can get a bullish rejection off of it. If not, I mean, I just don't really think I'm going to be getting a setup today. 2-minute closes in 7 seconds. It inversed it. ES respected its 2-minute. Are we just going to continue to push lower? I don't understand why we would need to go lower. We basically just got a continuation setup. Came back up and here, retraced, get a break of structure. You could be targeting lower. Could completely get rid of equilibrium. We could be getting potentially, ideally, if we could get a 5-minute SMT, that'd be sick. 5-minute SMT, 1-minute break of structure. I mean, I'd be in. But we can get rid of this 5-minute because that's going to inverse. This one already did get inversed. Be really nice if we can get an SMT, and if not, like I said, we could be just wanting to go for these lows before we even end up going higher. Then we can go back to the 30-minute that we were looking at. That could potentially get inverse now, just to go sweep out these lows. We could get rejection off of that though, and I'd still be looking for longs. The daily fair value gap already got filled. That's another thing to note. You go to the ES's 30-minute, could potentially be getting inversed. We have a low down here on the 1 hour, I believe. Nope, we just have a 1 hour fair value. We could be getting, the 1 hour doesn't close for 36 minutes. But if this candle sweeps, which now we are not in equilibrium, Yeah, we are potentially getting a 5-minute SMT, which would be, I mean, a 1 hour. It'd be a 1 hour, but this candle swept liquidity. This hasn't swept liquidity. We can get, if we can get a close on this, or that, you want to say that's a 15-minute, because that's a, we're going to go to the 15-minute. Because that was made at 6:30, this was made at 6:30. Oh, yeah. So we're going to mark this out. It's on the 15-minute. Which closes in 6 minutes. This one closes. We're definitely not going all the way lower. I still strongly believe that we're going higher. Could be getting a 5-minute SMT now from that. 5-minute SMT, if we can get a 1-minute break of structure, I mean, I'm taking that. But yeah, I thought maybe it was potentially from, like I said earlier today, we've already talked through it, potentially short-term bias, long-term bullish bias, right? But it was ended up being a long-term short bias. And now if we get this SMT, which it's looking like we're probably going to get on the 5-minute, if we can get a 1-minute break of structure off of that, which wouldn't be for a bit, we'd have to get an inverse if we wanted to see something in inverse and then a reach and then a break. But I am still pretty strong on this setup potentially. Stop loss 6734.25. I need to see a pullback down, and then I need to see a 1-minute break, and then I would take this or an inverse on this gap and then a break. Like I said, where are we targeting? When you go to the 1 hour time frame, we target all the way up to these highs. That's a pretty great risk to reward. Take out half position, half at my position here, another half up on this one potentially, and then take up maybe my last take profit out up there. Need to see that break. The 5-minute closes. The 5-minute did close, so we did just get a 5-minute SMT. We just need to see a 1-minute break. I'd like to see us not make a new lower low, and I'd like to see us this 1-minute candle close and then give us a break of structure. And I would be very, very bullish on this play. But it could lose at the end of the day. This 100% could lose. If we get a break of structure, I'm in. Looking like we're going to get that break. Wait for the candle to close. Maybe we don't get the break. We didn't get the break, bro. Are you kidding me? Just need to see a break of structure. We could be getting a new break of structure. Give some extra room for my stop loss. It won't be so tight then either. The risk rewarded would be great on this play as well. The 30-minute closes in 3 minutes. We did already sweep though, so I'm assuming we're going to want to push higher. Just need to see a 1-minute break, and I'm in for close to probably 10 contracts. And get rid of equilibrium on this chart. I can go to 1 hour on this chart. Need to see that 1 minute break. Or not, you know. It's already 10:29. I'd be off here on the market here soon. Nasdaq just made a lower low, which is fine. It's just because the SMT is still valid on the higher time frame. We have a 5 minute. We could be waiting to get like a 15-minute SMT, which the 15-minute closes in 30 seconds. Yeah, we'll go get a 15-minute SMT. We could be getting a 1 minute break. You don't wait 5 minute break, but the 5 minute SMT is still valid. You just need a 1 minute break off of it. Just really would like to see that 1 minute break. I'm not really worried though at all, no matter. Because I do know anything can happen. Going into this trade, I don't know the actual outcome of what is going to happen. Just trust the plan, follow the plan, and I stay in the trade unless we get an SMT, opposing SMT and a breaker structure combined in the opposite direction. But this thing's looking like it's going to want to just make a new low. It's fucking annoying as fuck. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, yeah, the setup today would have been for shorts. I mean, the SMT is still valid, as you can tell. Just damn, I gotta fucking wait for this. I'll probably plug my laptop in. This shit's almost dead. If I don't see nothing in the next 30 minutes, I'm just gonna get off. Yeah, just go make a newer low, why don't you? Oh my lord. Yeah, I mean, there is literally a setup here too now, if you all don't realize, because what do? We sweep out liquidity. Well, we haven't swept liquidity, but we rejected off a 30-minute to come fill into a 5-minute after sweeping sell side up here, right? And we get a 1 minute breaker structure out of that. If you would have gone in on that 1 minute breaker structure, this play would have been playing out. Which I don't trade continuations, I like reversals. But this trade would have been playing out for almost a 5 RR. Damn, brother. Shorts might have been the move for today. They were the move. Unless we can get some fucking move here to get a break. I'm not liking. Maybe we can get a break or an inverse. I wouldn't enter on the inverse, but inverse retracement break. Which, this is some good bullish reaction now. This is some good bullish reaction. I don't think we need to push lower though. The daily's already been filled. We've already swept 4-hour lows on NASDAQ. And we've filled in imbalances. It's just, and we got a 5-minute SMT. We just have such, we have all this low resistance liquidity resting up here, 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 here. All this upside now. And I thought coming into the, we could either fill in the daily fair value gap. So, push lower, that's what we did. Or we could end up going for the all-time highs, and now I feel like we want to push for those all-time highs since the daily's been filled. But market could now just want to range in the daily for the rest of the day. We did just get a 1 minute inverse. That's promising. Not in yet until we get a break of structure. But it is confirmation of bull shoulder flow. Actually, no, the 1 minute did not inverse. That's fucking stupid. It could. Just need to break a structure though, and I'm in. Big stop loss on this trade, but that's fine. Got good movement for price to retrace down into maybe something, get some reaction out of it. But I feel calm and collected. Just no, I don't really care about the P&L. Obviously, I do because I want to pass these two accounts that I'm copy trading. But it's also just trusting in the strategy and just really just focusing on discipline and consistency and executing my trading plan. We did just get a 1 minute inverse. Now I just need to see the break of structure, and it's looking like we could get that now. On ES at least. Nasdaq's not giving it, but ES I think does just look cleaner. The S&T is still in play. I don't like this. I'd like to just get a clean break, show clean displacement. Or, push lower, retrace into the gap maybe. Respect it. Ooh, you see that right here? Retrace into this gap, maybe respect it. We could be getting a new break of structure, which is in the same fucking place. Up candle, down candle. I mean, fuck, dude. This is fucking shit. We're closing inside the 1 minute for a value gap. Get some rejection off of it. Break structure now. And I'm executing. Just waiting for the execution. This could be a trade I'm going to be holding all the way to the gym. I'm going to be literally on the treadmill watching this shit. I mean, damn, bro, what the fuck? Why not even upload this video today? I might still upload it even if I don't take a trade, because I could talk a little about psychology and everything. Holy fucking push. That is what I'm talking about. Still meets my risk reward criteria too. We just need to see a break. I mean, that 1 minute's just getting held right now. It's getting respected. But it could inverse it. Damn, bro. Sucks though, because I missed out on an SMT, but that's okay. It's like I don't think I had analysis paralysis. It's just like understanding, like, we could do this. I definitely missed out on the 15-minute breaker structure that we had earlier in that. And I'll even go mark that out on ES right now. So after we got that SMT, remember? That 5-minute SMT, which was up here. We also broke structure on the 15-minute, which was right here. I mean, I could have got in there. Let's say that's the break of structure. That's at 8:45. Could have waited for, which was 8:45 around here. Could have waited for the retrace into this and then the break of structure out of it. And I could have gone in for that too. This would have been so clean. I'll mark that up potentially if I remember after. I'm just waiting to see this break of structure. I don't want to miss it. Got a new break of structure point. Closes in 30 seconds. If we break past this high, I'm in. I'll probably get in for 9 to 10 contracts around there. Be 8, but it's holding like a motherfucker right now. Come on, give a break. Let's look at ES might give the break. No, it did not. We could get the break on this candle now. I like some clean displacement. Or just range right now. We aren't breaking the structure on anything. Market, I'm going to be off in 20 minutes too if I don't see the setup. It's just edging me. It's like they want, market doesn't even know who I am, but it's like, oh, get in early, why don't you? Why don't you get in on an early entry? I will if you break structure, I'll get in. Oh yeah. Oh, so close. I want to see a single black on this candle. There we go. It's getting really close. Wow, bro. Are we really just going to fucking range? What the fuck? New candle forms. Bro, what the fuck? There we go. Even if you push a little past my take profit, my risk reward criteria is still so good. I will just take it no matter what. Big stop loss though. But it's still, the risk reward is great. It's just like, damn, bro. Come on. There we go. Alright, you don't need to push any higher. Okay.
Order filled.
I'm in. A little early entry, but we're getting that break. 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm in. Stops are in place. We got the break of structure. Now we just played smart. We're risking $420. First take profit would be, let me just go look. Summary for lawns, take profit is a sell limit. Sell limit, we're in for how many contracts? Sell off 4. Right there, it sells off half. Add that 1 hour high. And sell off the rest of them. This could be a loser though. But I'm in. We'll keep both the charts pulled up. We're gonna look at the 5-minute. Now the issue is too, I'm assuming we have a 30-minute. Let me just look at the higher time frame. Now yeah, we have a 15-minute that could form for value gap. It could reject off of. This could be a loser. It could definitely be a losing trade. I was just trusting that it's gonna play out. Waiting for a potential SMT. Which we really couldn't get for a while, I don't think, but I don't want to jinx that, knock on wood. You know, we'll see. We're sitting right in drawdown right now, which is fine. If this bangs, I mean, this hits, this will be pretty fucking good trade. We're in drawdown right now. Not bad though. It's like right around my break even right now. Like I said, we risked $428 on this trade. I believe I'm in on both accounts. I am. That's cool. That's so sick. I love copy trading. Make sure my follower account has the same take profit points. And it does. That's so sick. I love that, dude. I love the copy trading. That's so awesome. Top Step really does make it simple too. We have a 30-minute, no room for a 30-minute imbalance. We do have a 30-minute that got created, but it already has been filled, so I'd like to see that 30-minute get inversed. We have 1 hour potentially. No 1 hour. But we're, like I said, we're rejecting off that 4 hour. We're rejecting off of a 4 hour fair value gap, which closes in 2 hours. But on the 1 hour, we 1 hour close rejecting. Oh yeah, and we swept liquidity on Nasdaq. We got ended up getting an SMT and a 1 minute breaker structure. 30-minute got inversed, but then the next 30-minute, it's looking like I would like to see this 30-minute candle close, which closes in 14 minutes on ES. I'd like to see it push. You get some bullish rejection off of it, tied in with this SMT. Because in reality, this setup really is just off of a 5-minute SMT, tied in with a couple other confluences. 1 minute breaker structure. So yeah, Nasdaq swept 4 hour lows. We get a 5-minute SMT, 1 minute breaker structure. So I got in, but we're also we filled pretty deep. That daily fair value gap has been completely filled. On Nasdaq, on ES it hasn't yet, but like I said, we could be getting some good bullish push. And as you can see, we are up currently on that trade. Not really stressed at all. At this point I could close the laptop, but it's just watching out for 5-minute SMTs. 5-minute SMT skis. We have a 5-minute we're playing into now. If this gets inversed, beautiful. I'd love to see it get inversed. Which that closes in 3 minutes. We have a 30-minute, like I said. Well, we have the 5-minute. That one already got inversed. So we're really just looking at this 5-minute to get inversed. And if we inverse this 5-minute, we're coming up into a 30-minute fair value gap that has already been filled, which is absolutely beautiful. Because if we can inverse this 5-minute to go push into that 30-minute, what are we pushing into the 30-minute for? To retrace into like a 1 minute fair value gap? No, probably to inverse that 30-minute. At that point, all we have to watch out for is SMTs being formed. So we're going to get the 5-minute popped up on both of these charts. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. We can clean up some of the charts. Now, we're really just looking for, like I said, you can see the 5-minute on here that I'm looking to get inversed. We're really just looking to see this 5-minute inverse and then push higher. And then we just need to watch out for potential SMTs up here. Maybe Nasdaq sweeps out this high right here, and then ES doesn't. That gives us an SMT. And if we get a break of structure on the 1 minute, or I would just get out. But yeah. What a good push. Make sure my laptop's not close to that. We're good. 5-minute closes in 1 minute and 30. being smart. But yeah, just to go over the rules then, to make sure I'm executing. So, the 20 trade rule from Mark Douglas. For the next 20 trades, I will follow my trading plan with absolute discipline and emotional detachment. My only goal is to execute flawlessly, not to win. If I break a rule, I restart the count from trade number 1. Flawless execution over 20 trades will hardwire belief, patience, and confidence in my edge, which will lead to consistency, which will lead to profitability. Execution rules. 1 trade per day. Max. Only trade setups that match my plan perfectly. No emotional exits, only exit early if SMT and breaker structure show, which we're looking for. After the trade closes, win or lose, I lock myself out of my account, step away and breathe, and journal my refinement, which I will have to do today. No revenge trading. Mindset rules. Every trade is just one event in a long series, so if this loses, it does not matter. I'm not stressed about it. I just follow my plan. That's all I care about. The outcome means nothing. Execution is everything. I accept total uncertainty. I measure success by discipline, not profit, and then grading each trade out of 4, right? 4 for 4 is a perfect trade regardless of win or loss. Setup, did I follow my setup today? I did follow my setup, and I did miss out on a setup earlier, but I mean, that happens. It's probability. So that's 1. Discipline, did I follow my entry and exit rules? As of right now, I follow my entry rules. I'm waiting for an exit rule. Yes or no? So right now it's yes. Emotional control. Did I remain calm and detached today? I'd say yes. We'll see with how this trade plays out and how I react. 5 minute. Did we just get a 5 minute inverse? We did on ES. NASDAQ did not inverse its 5 minute yet, but ES did. And did I journal my refinement afterward? We'll have to do that too. But overall, I mean, all we got to do is sit and wait and then just observe on what market does. And if it takes a loss, observe why. Be curious of why we did take a loss. And it's most likely probability the setup formed. And I thought, like I said, I thought maybe that short-term bearish, it pushed a lot lower than I expected it to. But I understood, like, hey, we could come into that daily for value gap. Or we could go for all-time highs, and I didn't like the risk to reward with that setup. And yes, the risk to reward in hindsight would have been incredible, probably better than my risk to reward right now on this trade. But that's hindsight, and now we're waiting and we're just executing properly. We could be getting and we got my setup. Patience today was great too. I mean, I've been on the market now for 2 fucking hours. 10:51 now. I'm expecting market to slow down a little here, but it's also. So I'm probably might hold this until 11. It depends on if we get an SMT because ES is getting closer to taking out this high, whereas you can see NASDAQ's a little further away. So we're going to see with that as well. We can go to that 30 minute. Well, let me go to my 30 minute on my other time frame, which closes in 8 minutes. If we can get an inverse out of the 30 minute gap on ES, that'd be freaking huge. The 30 minute on NASDAQ, there is no 30 minute fair value gap. So we're really just looking at ES. On the 15 minute on NASDAQ, we have a 15 minute gap. So I'm going to mark out. That's been filled, but I'd like to see if we're coming back into it, like I said, to inverse it, and we'll see because we could be getting, like I said, that 5 minute SMT inside of the 15 minute for value gap, which could push us out of it. But we're up right now on the trade. I'm in for a total of 7 contracts. I meant to get in for 8, but you know that happens. So we're risking 1%, a little less. 0.9%. We're just holding through then. Looking out for an SMT. I really don't want to see a fucking SMT, a bearish SMT, and this trade at all. I really don't want to see that at all. And if I do, even if I'm just going to close early, and even if I close early and it leads to continuation, I won't be mad. So yesterday I took a trade. It was a beautiful trade. It was pushing up in profit, but we ended up getting an SMT. And a part of my rule is if we get an SMT and a breaker structure, not just an SMT alone, but if we get an SMT and a breaker structure in the opposing direction and the trade that I'm in, then I get out. Because I've seen before when that market does that and it makes a complete reversal and it goes to stop me out. And then yesterday it didn't. So then it made the SMT, bearish SMT when I'm in longs and a 1 minute break. And then we ended up pushing lower to give a continuation and then push higher, which I was salty as fuck because I started looking for certainty, and we're in a market in a profession that doesn't offer certainty. It's just complete uncertainty. And that's why in my notes I said, where did I put it? Yeah, I accept total uncertainty. That was in my notes. So then I revenge traded on the Express account yesterday, and I took a loss, and it fucking hit me big. It hit me hard. But at the end of the day, that's gold. We look for, the market's going to show you what you're holding on to. And you can't look at that as complete failure. You have to look at it as feedback, and that's with everything in life. So I looked at it as feedback. I did a bunch of journaling from it yesterday. I went over like what was the not only what I did, but the trigger that caused that, and that was feeling uncertainty in the market and not being able to accept the uncertainty, and I was uncomfortable, and it caused me to be emotional and then enter in and execute emotionally. And therefore, I mean, I took a loss. Even if I took a win on that, I mean, it still wasn't a good idea to do that because I was emotional. Whereas today, if we get that SMT, right, a bearish SMT and a 1 minute breaker structure, I'm just going to close early. And maybe it comes down to retrace and then go higher. Because yesterday, my trade that I took, it ended up hitting for like a 6 RR, 7 RR. I'm just kidding. But it did. And it pissed me off. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, maybe I can get back in. And like I said, I was trying to get a hold of a market where at the end of the day, we can't control the outcome of what the market does. The only thing we can control is our behavior. We're playing with probabilities, right? The market's either going to go up or down, and that's how we have an edge. So it allows us to execute off those probabilities. And just the only thing you can do at that point is control your behavior and trust your plan. And like in my notes, flawless execution over 20 trades will hardwire belief, patience, and confidence in my edge, in my trading methodology, which over time, it will create a habit subconsciously. It will create a habit where I wonder if I have that book around me. I don't. It will create a habit where I just trust my plan no matter what, and I really just don't care about the outcome, and I'm more thinking in probabilities. Like, let's say on the week I'm down, I've taken 3 trades. So in the last 3 trades I've lost, it's like, oh, that sucks. But at the end of the day, let's think bigger picture. Let's think of over the next 100 trades if I follow and execute my plan. More than likely, it's going to be in my favor. We're pushing. ES is pushing. The SMT is looking like it could get formed. I don't like that at all. We ended up getting a 5-minute inverse on NASDAQ. ES also gave the 5-minute inverse. We're pushing up. We're at a 1-to-1 damn near right now. It's just trusting the plan, baby. Moving along with it. This is going to be a pretty good day. Either way, I was able to execute on my plan. Really don't care about anything else.
Fully fine.
I'm on fire. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If we could get a bullish SMT, like maybe I don't even want to, not yet. We could maybe get a bearish SMT. If we get the break, I mean, I'm just going to get out. At least ES is looking like it'd be the one to make a higher high. And if I would have entered on NASDAQ, it'd be the one where I'd probably be getting a little less profit. But like I said, let's focusing on profit. This trade could, off of probability, I could be in this. We'll go to 1 minute. Like you see, I'm in profit, and this could just come all the way back down and stop me out. It's just good. Practice the emotion. Practice the ability to execute without emotion, and just know that, oh, this sucks. I took a loss on this on a combine that I'm trying to pass. But at the end of the day, we're trying to just follow the 20 trade rule, where we're just following our plan consistently for a certain amount of trades. And now, one thing we are seeing, as we're getting a retracement into fair value gap on the 5-minute, which we could see some rejection out of that, which would be really nice. We'll look on NASDAQ. You can look on ES too, but I'm going to be looking on NASDAQ. We're looking for both pairs to respect this 5-minute. And if it doesn't, oof, not looking great, but we're going to find out. Especially if this 5-minute closes, then we could also get equilibrium to retrace down into and then push us higher. If we get equilibrium, it's getting close to my drawdown, but like I said, I'm not going to close early. I'll take a loss if I need to.
pass, but sucks that we didn't pass today, but whatever. What happened was we had hella I'm gonna get a picture of it actually. We had hella 4-hour accumulation here, accumulation highs, accumulation lows, and then off market open, we wicked below, and then we had a 5-minute inversion break structure right there, inversion break structure. So that was my
Hold my
entry.
CSMT.
Turns out I was liquidity today, and we top ticked this shit to the downside. So all good. Got my lockout going. So we're gonna make it back, obviously, because I'm following my rules. But yeah, simple ass trade was just targeting this low resistance liquidity and all-time highs. I didn't even need the full move. I just needed like previous day high here.
5-minute closes in 30 seconds. Nasdaq's looking like it's going to respect it, but you know, as I say that, we could just flood. Oh. But yeah, the first take profit for me today, if it gets hit, would be a 3RR, meets my risk reward criteria. We're selling off 4 contracts, we're in for 7, so we have 3, and then I have a 4-hour high that I'm targeting for the second take profit, and then the third take profit's at another 4-hour high. We're selling off 1 contract at each of those. So this thing could play out pretty big. If it goes all the way today, that would play out for a 5RR, but we're going to see. Five-minute close, respecting on both of the time frames if we can get a break of structure out of it. Which is kind of far away, but we could get an inverse. I'm looking at it on the top step right now, so you guys won't be able to see it. Ooh, we are coming back down, baby. Let's not inverse on this 5-minute. Maybe we're going for equilibrium. I don't want to see that all either. Like, fuck that. Holy shit, let's not inverse this 5-minute, bro. We're up fucking $400. Now we're up 50. Like I said, it's either going to stop me out or not. Although we could inverse this on this 5-minute, we still have equilibrium we could be coming into on both of the pairs, which wouldn't stop me out, but I'd like to see some rejection off of that. Not only that, we have another 5-minute Nasdaq might be wanting to reach into that ES does not have. I mean, the ES does have it. Maybe we get some rejection off this 5-minute equilibrium. That would be pretty clean. Well, we're in drawdown right now. Just getting ready to lock myself out of my account. Five-minute did just get inversed on Nasdaq. Or it's about to, actually. But like I said, we're retracing in equilibrium now on both of the pairs. It's getting close to my stop loss. We're coming into a 5-minute fair value gap on Nasdaq. I really would like to see this get respected and push higher. If not, you will hear that order filled. Holy respect. Fuck yeah. Bang. Enter in more contracts. The fuck? The fuck, yo? There we go. Full on melt max. 5 minute just closed, respecting its 5 minute here. Actually, that's an inverse. NASDAQ is the thing that's potentially going to push us higher. We're still in equilibrium on both of the pairs. Just like to see a big push up after this. It's not looking that way. I'm going to go use the bathroom. I will be back.
So the canon is what's considered scripture. Everything else is apocryphal. That doesn't necessarily mean it's heretical, but it just means it's in a separate category. Within the category of apocryphal, you also have documents that are sometimes referred to as pseudepigraphical, right? So think of pseudo, like a pseudonym, right? It's not your real name. Pseudo and graphe. It's a strange writing. It's not your, like, pseudo means false, and then graphic is right. So pseudepigraphical documents are documents like the Book of Enoch, which have a late. Was it written by the great grandfather of Noah, and why is it quoted in the New Testament but not found in our Bible? Let's talk about that. You know, the longest and only unambiguous quotation in the biblical epistle of Jude is not from the Old Testament, but rather from the non-biblical book of First Enoch. What is First Enoch? Should it be in our Bibles, and why would Jude quote it? To start, though, let me say that what we now call the Book of Enoch is a compilation of a number of writings that most likely existed independently, but eventually got pooled together in one document. Although it's much more ancient, the only existing full copy we have of First Enoch is a 15th century manuscript written in a version of Ethiopic. Fragments of different sections in Coptic, Greek, Latin, and Aramaic all exist, although only contain portions of the whole document. While the author of the book is attributed to Enoch, Enoch of Genesis and the great grandfather of Noah, the writing itself probably doesn't go older than the 400 BC, and some sections of it actually come after the time of Jesus. Now, it's true that during the Hellenistic period of Judaism, starting about 200 years before Jesus, many ancient biblical characters became the subject of extra-biblical and apocryphal literature.
We are pushing deep into that 5 minute. We are in drawdown right now, baby.
Pseudo, meaning false.
That 5 minutes going to be the thing that saves me.
The pseudepigrapha, therefore, is a collection of.
We also could be. Go to my 5 minute on Top Step. We could be getting. Let me find my Fibonacci tool. Fib retracement. It will be close to stopping me out, but we could be getting 79% retracement right now, which we did just get. We're going to see some strong bullish push out of that now. And then see a 1 minute break of structure. Or even 5 minute, but the 5 minute's pretty high up. I can get rid of this because that already was in first. We're mainly just looking now at this 5 minute to hold in 79% extension closure to really give some push to this trade. Otherwise, this thing would have ran for a 1-to-1 and then stopped me out, which is fine. We're risking 1R.
So you don't believe in the Nephilim?
Well, I got it in the Bible.
The Nephilim
It
is the
depends
Bible.
what you mean by Nephilim.
Well, what do you mean by it? I don't know what you mean by it.
I mean, I'll tell you what I believe in.
I would love to believe that there's giants.
Yeah, well, Nephilim is a tricky term because we don't really know where it originates. So Nephal means to fall,
Right.
in Hebrew, and so that's where you get the idea these are fallen angels.
Fallen angels, yeah.
But the Greek translation of the Old Testament translated as gigas, which is
Gigantic.
giants.
Yeah.
So, and then they pop up later in Canaan when what's his face? Goliath. Well, so it's not just Goliath, but when they go into the promised land and they you have the story of there's these 10 spies that go to scope out the land that God has promised them, and then they come back and no, it's 12 men, and 10 of them are like, we can't go in there, there are giants there, and the term there is Nephilim. Like they're giants that, I don't know if it's like, they could just be spooked, they don't want to go in there, so they come up with this excuse that there are giants in there. But, because the idea of the flood is that they were destroyed, right? So everybody dies, including the Nephilim. But then you have guys like, C.S. Lewis, like Lewis and Tolkien had these ideas that these stories of like Zeus and the Greek gods, those were like echoes of cultural remembrances of these.
Here's one of the Gospel Thomas.
But you see this 5-minute candle close pretty good. See it close green. I see some good bullish rejection off of it. We could potentially get a 1-minute break here too, but it's not looking too sexy now.
Hey, there it is. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, we got an alarm going off. I'm still in the trade. We came down, filled in a 5-minute fair value gap on NASDAQ. I'm on a yes. We filled a 5-minute fair value gap on NASDAQ, filled in 5-minute equilibrium and 79% extension closure. And now we're getting some good bullish push out of it. We just got a 1-minute break of structure. I'm back at my break even. Not going to close early. Even if it inverses at 5-minute, I'm just going to let it hit my stop loss because that follows my rules. But yeah, anything can happen. We're going to find out. Send the voice memo.
So it's in Hebrew, and it is wild. So it has these sites where it says buried treasure is found. And there have been a number of guys who have tried to like look for it. And so I would say, you know what? Off the top of my head, I don't know. But no, I know, right? And so, but the Dead Sea Scrolls. So it's like stuff like this. It's papyri. It's animal skins. And it's a number of different languages. So the vast majority.
We're coming right back into that fucking fair value, bro.
And then Greek and Nabatean. So it's like an umbrella term to just describe a whole bunch of them.
I'm gonna end this video. I'm gonna just be looking at the market, but I'm gonna end the video because it's just sitting here. I'm gonna make a TikTok though if this trade hits or doesn't, and then just yeah. We'll go hop in the shower and fucking basically just watch this closely. It's either hitting my stop loss or my take profit. All I need to watch out for is just, I guess, an opposing SMT, because that's the only reason I would close early, because I would really invalidate the setup. But yeah, this was the video for today. You guys, I'm assuming if me just watching back on it, I've covered everything pretty well, I'd say. and what I was looking for in the beginning of the day, what I was wanting to see, and then what I also could potentially see going sell side, and we ended up going sell side. Like I said though, so we can go back to what we ended up seeing on ES. Once we got that 5-minute SMT, right? We ended up also getting a 15-minute break of structure, and I will mark that out. We have the break of structure right here. Mark that out. We're looking on ES. We see a 15-minute break of structure. We do see a 5-minute retracement into a bearish true value gap. So even after we got the SMT, this probably would have been the setup for me if I didn't take that break. But then, like I said, we retrace into that 5-minute fair value gap. We do get a 1-minute break off of that. Oh, this play would have played out beautifully. Stops at the high. We're targeting lower. Yeah, that would have been a 9 RR for me. And that's on ES. Maybe NASDAQ's pushed lower, but absolutely insane. If I would have taken that on my Express account, I tell you, I would be up big on the Express account. But at the end of the day, shit happens. That's with the S&T though that we ended up marking out, remembering that. And that's just like too. We had the daily for value gap that I knew that we could maybe potentially go fill into, or maybe not. Damn, I'm getting really close to my stop loss. We have we had the daily for value gap that I knew we could potentially go and fill in before we wanted to go to all-time highs, or we could just go to all-time highs and then go for the 15-minute fair value gap. But yeah, this trade is not looking beautiful right now. The 5 minutes go to close. I'm thinking I'm getting stopped on this. Oh, there's no reason for it else to go lower. But yeah, it's gonna be the video on the day. Probably getting stopped, but hey, we followed my rules. We executed very, very well. That's what I'm happy about. That's the only thing I can really fucking do. I can't control the outcome of how this trade's going to go, if it's going to be a winner or a loser, and I don't know when I enter and if it's going to be a winner or a loser. The only thing I can control is my behavior going into the market, having patience, and then controlling my behavior before I get into the trade, once I get into the trade, and after I get into the trade. But overall, yeah, have a wonderful day.